Hello friends, today in this tutorial we will be building a YouTube thumbnail extractor, and you can just copy the video URL of any YouTube video and it will download the thumbnail inside your local PC. So we will be building this application in C# Windows form. So this will be a desktop application where you can use this application. So let me just show you the demo of this application. So simply you need to go to YouTube and copy the URL that you need. Just pick the copy link address. So copy the URL of the video for which you need to download the thumbnail. And after that, this is the application. Let me launch this application. So you will see this is YouTube thumbnail downloader. So this is the application. So here you will enter your URL. So whatever URL that you need to paste. So let me paste that URL here. You can see that. If I click download, so there will also be a progress bar showing here. So if you click download, so you will see download complete here, and it will now open the file in which the image is stored. So maximum resolution thumbnail is downloaded. You can see that. So this is a thumbnail that we have downloaded. You can see that. So now if you want to try out another video, you can repeat this process here. Just copy the URL, copy link address of the video, and simply go to this, paste it, and click download. And download complete here. You will see that once again this URL will be downloaded. If I show you, you can see this is the URL, full HD URL, so which is saved inside your PC automatically. So in this way you can build this YouTube thumbnail downloader kind of application in C#. So we will be building this application from scratch. So let's get started and start building this application. So first of all, I will close this and I will open Visual Studio 2022. So here we need to create a new project here. So simply click create new project. And here you need to select your template. I will select Windows Form app. So here you need to give your project name. So I will give YT thumbnail downloader. So simply click next and again create the project. So this will create the YT thumbnail downloader, YouTube video thumbnail downloader project. So first of all, we need to design the interface of the application. So the interface will be pretty simple. So it is loading the designer window. So simply we need to have a simple label which will be simply drag and drop. So this is YouTube thumbnail downloader kind of application. Guys, if you are watching it for the very first time, then please hit the like button. And he's saying hello, hello. And here after this we will have a simple text box where the user can provide the URL, YouTube video URL. So we will resize it accordingly. And you can also resize the window as well accordingly. And then we will have to have a progress bar. So progress bar widget. So this will show the live progress to the user, how much percent the video, oh sorry, thumbnail is downloaded. Then we have to have a simple button which needs to have a label which is download thumbnail. So simply we can change the text here, which is this text, to download. You can say download. So you can see that. And here we will give it another label which is for just percentage, how much percentage the download is completed. So here we will say simply say 0% completed, like this. You can see this is, and now we will also need to change this thumbnail, which is here we will say enter video URL. So this is the thing here. Let me place it accordingly. So here you need to enter your YouTube video URL and click download, and it will download the thumbnail inside your local PC. So right here we also need to have a another label right here at the top. So here we will say YouTube thumbnail downloader. So we will say YouTube thumbnail downloader. So we can just change the size of this. So we can target the, this is a window. We can make it bold and we can change the size to 18. Let me click OK. So now you can see this is our interface which is ready here. If I launch this application, so how do you manage to put so much content on YouTube and blog daily? Do you do this with your job? No, I'm a full-time YouTuber and blogger, and I am very much passionate about YouTube and blogs, so that is why I put so much content. So just you like the content, put the like button, subscribe the channel. So you can see this is the simple interface which is ready. Here you will put the URL, click the download button. So currently it is not active, so we need to write the functionality. So I will close this. So simply I will click the download button. So it will say whenever we click the download button, what will happen. So simply click this. So this is the button click event. So when we click the button, what should happen? But before that, we need to create some variables right here at the top, which is web client. So web client, we need to say web client. So for this, you need to use the system.net package. So system.net package. So right here at the very top, just include this line because so this is the actual library which will talk to the internet to download the image. And then we will give another attribute which will be file name, which will be, and after that we will say URL. So whichever URL that you provide inside the video. So when we click the button, we simply need to get the URL which will be stored inside our text box when, and we will get the text like this. And after getting the text, after getting the URL, what we need to do is that we need to get the video ID. So basically, in order to get the URL of the image, we need to first of all get the YouTube video ID. So basically, this is the YouTube video ID. For each video, for each URL, we have this video ID which is equal to v is equal to, this is the video ID we need to extract. After that, we can take the YouTube thumbnail URL. So if you just search here, get YouTube thumbnail from video ID. So this is very easy. After this, you don't need to use any sort of YouTube API. You just need to like this construct. You can construct it like this. Just replace your video ID here. So that is the concept we will be using here. So whenever you extract the video ID of a particular URL, so let's suppose I want to extract it. So I will simply copy this URL here, video ID, and paste it here. So this will give me this URL that I will download it inside my application. So for extracting the video ID, what we will do is that we need to create two functions right after this. So this will be public, and inside this we will say public string, and then we will say the first function will be YouTube URL. So this will be get and setter function. So get semicolon, sorry, let me create this function here. these are getter setter functions here. So I have given the link in the video description of uh, the source code. If you want to download all the source code, I have written a complete blog post. So here all the source code is given here. So what I am talking about, this method here I am talking about. So right here you need to write this. So paste it, I will paste it. So this is a getter and setter method. So in order to set a YouTube URL, and this is a second one which lets you extract our video ID, extract video ID from YouTube URL. So paste it. So basically it makes use of for this regular expression. For this you need to use this system.text.regular expression. So right here at the top you need to include this line, and then it will just uh, return the video ID. So now we simply need to pass, we need to create the reference, a new object of the class here. Our class is form1, so we need to create a new reference of it. We will say the here form1 is equal to new, that's it. And after that we will call this method, which is we will set the URL form1 dot YouTube URL, and we will pass our URL, that's it. And now to get the video ID, what we will do is that we will call, we will make a new variable ID, and this will be equal to form1 dot the next method that we created, YouTube video ID, YouTube video ID. So if you just print this inside a message box, let's suppose, just to show to the user that it is working. So now if I launch this application, let's suppose I submit a YouTube video URL. Let's suppose I submit this URL, copy link address, paste it, click the download button. So now you can see it will extract this video ID, which is exactly what we want. Simply click OK. So now after getting the video ID, we will construct our, we will download the thumbnail, which is quite easy. We will again modify the URL, which will be equal to like this, https, and this will be equal to img.youtube.com slash vi slash, and then we will replace the ID which we have extracted, and then we need to download the maximum resolution YouTube thumbnail. So we will say max result, max res default dot jpg. So this is a name, and after that put semicolon. So this is a URL that we need to download from the internet. So we will clear out the input field, content of in text box. So we can say text box dot one dot text, so is equal to nothing. So after this, in order to download the URL from the internet, we will write this logic. So if you go to the video description link, I have given this source code. So basically this is a if condition, so we will make use of the threading. So I will paste it and explain you what is happening here. So first of all, we are checking if the string is not empty, and after that I have called this client as web client. So let me replace web client here. So here we are downloading the file asynchronously, and we are passing the URI, and like this you can just see here, and we are starting the thread like this. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that we need to create, when the form loads for the very first time, so double click the form, and when the form loads, we need to just initialize our client, web client. So this will be equal to web client is equal to new web client. After this, we also need to say client dot, sorry, web client for the progress bar. So web client dot download file completed. So when the download is completed, we need to attach a method here which will be executed. So we will say client underscore. So you can provide any name of your choice. Download file completed. And when web client dot download progress changed, so then again we will make a custom method which is uh, download progress changed. So these two methods we will make here. So right here you can see red line is appearing here, so we need to make these methods. So we will generate this method. So we will generate this method also. So these two methods have been generated, you can see that. So when the file is completed, we will show a message box to the user that your download is completed. So here we will simply say download complete, and after that there is a second method which is message, and we will also attach a message box button dot ok, and also we will give it a icon which is message box icon, message box icon dot information. So put a semicolon. That's it. So when the download is completed, this message box will be shown to the user. And also we need to open the image which is downloaded. So we will open the directory where the image is stored. So for this we need to write simple line of code here, so which is very much easy. So we will say string directory, and this will be equal to the directory path dot get directory name, and here we will pass the directory name which is application dot startup path, and here we will concatenate slash symbol, and here we will concatenate the file name which is like this. And after this, now to open this directory automatically when the download is completed, we will make use of this system.diagnostics dot process dot run, sorry, start, and here we will pass the first of all this argument which will be explorer, and the secondly which is directory. So this will open the directory when the download is completed. And also for the this progress bar, guys, I have given the code in the video description. I will just simply copy paste the code here. So this is the code for the progress bar. So this is some complicated code, so I will simply paste it. So this will calculate how much seconds are remaining, how much progress is made. So depending upon that, it will just set this. And also for generating unique file name every time, we need to make some kind of modification right here. Yeah, I think some comments are there. I'm trying to make, hi, let me highlight these comments. I'm trying to make one for Ezoic. It is possible or not? Yeah, you can make it $1,000 from Ezoic. You need to write quality content. I think whenever you initialize your file name, yeah, we are doing this. So the application is now complete, so we can launch this application. Let me launch it. So here you need to copy paste the YouTube video URL. So for which you need to download the YouTube thumbnail. So simply I will copy link address, and if I paste it here, click download. So you will see download is completed. If I see this, you will see if I open this, the image, the YouTube thumbnail is downloaded inside my PC. You can see the high resolution picture is there. So in this way you can download any sort of YouTube video thumbnail. So if you are watching the stream for the very first time, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So you can take any video of your choice. You can take this video, copy link address, again paste it, click download. So this is a very awesome application that we have developed. You can, let me show you. This is a thumbnail. You can see that. So all the source code regarding this application will be there inside video description. So if you have any sort of question, you can ask it in the comment section. I will definitely try to reply this. So thanks very much guys for watching this live stream. I will be seeing you in the next video.